So when we think about the change makers in our organization, we tend to think about those folks as mavericks, right? People that are moving fast and breaking things. Probably difficult to work with as well. But actually, if you're going to drive change successfully, you need to be able to build relationships. And so being a change maker does not mean that, you are the same thing as a maverick. Just like having transformative ideas does not mean that you're difficult to work with. So the best way to think about this is through the lens of what we call idiosyncrasy credits. And these are the credits that a person has that allows them to be a little bit different from the group. Because if you're going to drive change, you're going to have to be a little bit different from the group. Well, you only build those credits by having several positive impressions, an accumulation of positive impressions with your group before they allow you to be different from the group. And so over time, you have to get people to start thinking about you as a good member of the team before you're actually allowed to drive change. So that's why you can't be a maverick. This is similar to social capital, right? The idea of social capital. Social capital is basically all the resources that you have that are invested in human relationships. And so those leaders that have social capital are far more likely to be successful when trying to actually drive change within their organization. That's why you find that some leaders can suggest an idea and that idea gets shut down. And then another leader suggests the same crazy idea and that idea gets support. That's because they've built this trust and legitimacy within the organization. They have social capital. And so it's important when you're thinking about driving change that you don't just think of yourself as a maverick, but you think about how you build relationships. And this was an idea that I spoke about a lot in my book, Pirates in the Navy, because I was trying to tell innovators that you don't want to be a pirate, just a crazy pirate. You want to be a pirate in the Navy, somebody who's got undeniable entrepreneurial energy, but is also good at building relationships. And balancing that paradox is what makes you far more likely to succeed with innovation inside established organizations. So forget about being a maverick, really start thinking about yourself as a change agent, right? Somebody who can make connections, as a connector, somebody who can build relationships, build bridges, and that's far more likely to help you when you're trying to transform or drive change within your organization.